guys, I'll do another video here. This video I want to talk a little bit about trout fishing, give some tips about some of the things I use for trout. Here where I live, they stock 3 different species of trout: brooks, browns, and rainbows. The first trout I want to talk about are rainbow trout. Rainbow trout can be caught on just about anything. I've caught them on marshmallows, cheese, power bait, all kinds of live bait, minnows, lures, spinners. The only thing is with rainbow trout, they're particular about color. One day they'll hit green power bait, the next day it's got to be rainbow power bait. One day they'll hit mealworms, next day they're only going to hit waxworms. They're very particular. Now the next trout are brown trout. Brown trout, I consider them the real predators. It seems like brown trout really go after live bait. Minnows especially. If I know they stock brown trout, I'm going to have a bucket of minnows with me because that's what they're going to go after. Whether you string them on a hook with a needle and fish them like a lure, or maybe if you just hook them through the lips, throw them out with a bobbin with about 2-3 feet a leader. Seems like that's the best way to fish minnows for brown trout. Brown trout go after lures. They seem, like I said, they're predators. They'll chase stuff, they'll go after it. They're just really aggressive fish. And I think they're probably the easiest to catch because they're so aggressive. Now brook trout are a lot like brown trout. They prefer live bait and spinners. Now one thing I want to mention, a lot of people use these paste type baits, the power baits. I mean, this is an off brand here. I have never caught a brook or a brown on power bait. I know a lot of times I'll see somewhere where they stock brook trout and guys are putting on power bait. For some reason, I've never had luck with it. I don't know if maybe some of you guys have caught browns or brooks on power bait. I just never have luck with that. Same thing with cheese and stuff like that. Seems like it's always got to be some kind of live bait for brooks or browns. Probably one of my favorite live baits to use are minnows, because I can thread, like I said, you can thread them on the hook with a needle, fish them like a spinner, or throw them out with hooked in the lips. And the one thing with minnows, you'll catch all species of trout on minnows. Alright, next I want to go over some of the lures I use. These are my favorite lures. One of my very favorite, especially for a lake, is a Castmaster. I fish these, they cast very well. This is a blue and silver. I also like to use gold or the all silver. Those are the colors I have the most luck with. They come in other colors, but the gold, silver, and blue I have the most luck with. Another lure I like are rooster tails, either black or white. There's other colors. It seems like I just stick with the black or white. That's usually what I have the best luck with. Another popular spinner, it's been around for a long time, is the Joe fly with the gold blade and the black fly. These are very popular. Used these for a long time, caught a lot of trout on them. And the next one, a Swiss swing, caught a lot of trout on these. I know these have been around for a while. They work very well for trout. Now something new I just started to fish with this year are these trout magnets. Comes in a kit. Comes with different colors. You could buy them single where you just get a couple of the same color. But I really like these. And what it is, it's just a jig head with a split-tailed grub. I like to fish them on top of the bobbin. That way I could cast them out and I just jig them along the surface. And I've caught a lot of rainbow trout on these this past season. First season using them. Seems like the color I have the most luck with are the pink. And then they have the chartreuse little grubs. There's other colors, but those are the ones I have the most luck with. Alright, let's talk a little bit about the species of trout and what kind of water they require. Rainbow trout are a lot of times stocked in lakes. They're also stocked in streams and creeks. But rainbow trout can tolerate the warmest water. They do well in a deep lake. Next is brook trout. Brook trout are on the other end. Brook trout require cold water with a lot of air. So usually when brook trout are stalked, they're stalked in a creek or a stream. That's the best habitat for brook trout. Brook trout require cold water with a lot of air. So a lot of times they're stalked in mountain streams where you have a lot of ripples and a lot of current and stuff to put oxygen in the water. That's like brook trout are usually stalked in streams. Brown trout fall somewhere in between. You'll find brown trout in creeks and streams, and sometimes they'll stalk brown trout in lakes, especially in the fall. Well, that's my trout fishing video. I hope some of these tips may have helped somebody. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.